Hi everybody, welcome back. It's been a minute. It's been a long time.
Fuck.
To the Maturish podcast. Everybody,
woo!
I have missed you so much.
Wow.
I'm Kobe, as you know, and just like this week, every previous week before this, and hopefully every week coming, I'm joined by my best friend, the sponge to my starfish, Donovan Lowry.
Wow. My name is Donovan, and I'm here with Kobe, who's Patrick the starfish, and I'm SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Although my body does more resemble plankton.
Yeah.
Yours mine very well.
No, Mrs. Puff.
Oh man.
Why do you
What are we talking about today, Kobe?
So, it is finally winter break.
Woo!
Hold on, I have a question real quick.
Okay.
This semester that we just finished.
Yep.
Is that your first semester? What is it for you? What do you consider it?
Second semester.
I'm gonna have a bit of a problem printing this. Okay, put that out. What I said.
I'm leaving it in.
It's winter. It's winter break. What did I just say? I don't even remember what I just said because I was just gonna bounce back into that.
It's winter break.
Yes. So, that means we are finally done with our collective semesters of high school. Fuck, see? See? I should not have been up that late.
It's okay.
Count me down for Edward. Just count me down. I got it.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Hi, everybody.
Oh.
Welcome back to the Maturish podcast.
Yes, Kobe.
It's been
our semesters
such a long time.
We're not restarting, Kobe.
And I just truly have missed every piece of doing this. I'm Kobe.
You already said that.
And joining me here.
It's Donovan. Wow.
To my right.
Patrick, SpongeBob, Plankton, Mrs. Puff. Man. Kobe.
Yep.
How was your college? How did it go?
So, we have both finished our collective semesters of college.
Yep.
My first semester.
Wow.
I know. Your second semester.
Yep.
In the books.
Oh, yeah.
Done.
Jerking that man.
So let's just dive into it.
Okay.
Donovan.
Yep.
From August until last week.
Okay.
How do you think your performance was this semester of high school?
Of what?
Oh, of college. Yep. Just not into it.
My semester of college started out very, very strong. After a while, I was on the decline, as does all my school. But that's okay, because towards the end, I kind of brought it back, I guess. I got good enough grades. That's all that matters. C's get degrees.
Well, I mean,
That's what my auntie told me.
You don't really have a choice. I mean, if you didn't bring it back, then you'd be doing that second semester all over again.
I sure would.
So, you having already done a semester of college.
Yeah.
And attempted another one before that.
Mm-hmm.
How would you say your performance this semester is the same or differs from the previous ones?
I tried ever so little bit harder.
This was your first one back actually in a classroom, right?
Yeah.
Since you graduated high school.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't do online classes.
Mm.
I need the in-class teacher telling me do this tonight, make sure you get this done by this date, because if you don't, you're gonna be spanked.
Well, two things. Your teacher should not be disciplining you in that way.
Really?
Yeah. And two, what's the difference, may I ask? You just said, you need a teacher telling you in the classroom. But I mean, from an online platform, they do the same thing. So for you, what is the difference of sitting at a desk in front of them instead of a computer?
Because it's just like, if I'm not getting up, getting into like a classroom mood, I guess.
That is one of my favorite moods.
No, it's not. If it's just me sitting at home, then I'm just gonna sit at home. But if I'm not going out and actually schooling, then I'm not gonna school.
Right. And that makes sense.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I do. Not most of the time.
Isn't that the truth?
It is.
I'm doing well to piece together my sentences today. Off of a few hours of sleep, but when there's a will, there's a way.
Ain't there?
And I'm finding a way.
We need to start recording in the morning more.
Yeah, so I can get down on your level of...
So much more content.
Yep.
I love it.
So, guys, my first semester of college, I guess I didn't expect it to fly by truly how fast it did.
I really did, though.
I guess, during it seemed like it was dragging on so long. Mm-hmm. But then Halloween hit, and Thanksgiving hit, and then after Thanksgiving, there was only 2 weeks of school. So it was like, wow. Especially when I'm only going to get an associate's degree. Half of my first year is already done, and there's only 2 years. So I only have 3 semesters left.
Right.
It went okay. It went pretty fine.
That's nice.
I did online classes.
Mm-hmm.
And they went all right. There's nothing I guess I'd necessarily change about this semester. I think everything went according to plan, and it worked out in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
That's all that matters. My goal for next semester was to go back in person. Because I hadn't been in a classroom, since my junior year of high school. It's about to be my second semester of my freshman year of college. So, Kylie's doing dual credit classes in high school. And she goes to ICC, the Peoria campus, Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Mm-hmm.
From 7 o'clock in the morning until noon.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, cool. They keep that exact same schedule. I'm just going to go with her. Depending on however many classes I do, I'd probably do half in person and still have a couple or throuple online.
Right.
That was until a couple weeks ago. So the dual credit kids, the lovely principal at that high school, has just been doing weird stuff. The control from dual credit is not with the counselors anymore. It's with her. So they were going to keep the same schedule for the ICC kids. And then Kylie finds out that they have to do it online. They're doing dual credit online. Because at first they were telling them it was for a cost-cutting thing. It was cheaper to do it online. I was on a phone call with somebody from ICC. And I mentioned that, and she had did online classes also through ICC. Mm-hmm. And when she went to college, she was like, I don't think that's entirely true.
Right.
Because I was like, I know for me, I got decent amount of financial aid this semester. But that didn't change the fact that it was still expensive for online classes. Mm-hmm. It was very much the same as Kylie's too. So it wasn't cost-cutting measures. That school, it must be rechartering season. Mm-hmm. They're adding juniors to dual credit. That doesn't make sense to me. Why?
I mean, they've had that.
They
Right.
they did it with y'all.
Mm-hmm.
They only had seniors with us,
Right.
and then they're redoing juniors into it now. And this is why it doesn't make sense to me. If a junior is in dual credit now, as a junior in high school, what do they do next year? More dual credit?
Yeah.
My thing is, there's some things I feel like should just be senior focused. Because now it's like those kids that were already in a college classroom getting that experience are now getting taken out of a classroom and have to do college online because they wanted to add kids to a program.
Right.
And I mean, the more amount of kids you can say are going to college at the same time of high school probably does sound nice when you're trying to get your contract renewed.
Mm-hmm.
So my only thing was, I was like, oh, darn, because that was going to be my way of going back to school, was that if Kylie was going to school, I was going to go to school too.
Right.
I don't not like online. I can do online. I'd be fine doing the rest of my college period online. Mm-hmm. It's just more so like the little bits and pieces that I've gone to ICC and done things. It's like, wow, college. I don't feel like I fully grasped the fact I'm in college because I'm just at home. Mm-hmm. I haven't like had that experience. So it's a nice little thing. It's just one more thing that'll have to wait. Have you already picked your classes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
So, what all did you do this semester? First thing.
Oh man, that's a tough question.
Did you have 5?
I had 4.
4?
I had communication, philosophy, psychology, and economics.
Economics. Mm-hmm. Economics?
I say both of them.
Tomato.
Mm-hmm.
I also had 4 classes.
Yep.
Psychology, sociology, English 110, and ICC's version of like a freshman success class. Mm-hmm. That class, I put it up there. Like, it was definitely my favorite class I've taken this semester. Mm-hmm. I'd say it's probably my favorite class that I've ever taken in the 13 years, 14 I did preschool. I've been doing school. Mm-hmm. It was just such an easy class. Like, freshman success in high school, I vaguely remember because I wasn't a freshman in high school.
Right.
But the 1 month that I did have freshman success, that teacher, I don't think she, for one. And 2, it was just kind of weird. But then, like, this professor was extremely, like, welcoming. Especially, like, it's one, like, with online classes, they don't have to take the time out to necessarily be, like, welcoming or whatever. Because it's just an online thing. You don't really have to see their faces unless it's a Google Meet class or whatever, Zoom class. And I only had one Zoom class, my English class. Besides that, really nobody else besides like their lectures that they had to post. They didn't have to be extremely nice or anything else. And she took that extra step. She would grade each assignment, and it was just journals. And it was more like a mental thing of things you could learn to be successful in college and post-college life and things like that. In each assignment she'd grade, she would like leave responses to, which was extremely, I mean, and it wasn't just like responses like, you met the requirements, good job, Kobe. No, she showed that she like actually would read each journal, each discussion board, and she'd give detailed responses from that.
That's truly the best thing you can do as a teacher.
It really is. Mm-hmm. Especially like with the format that we're doing. Because like I said, it's one thing if you're in a classroom, because then the teacher can come up and talk to you. They can get to know you by talking to you. Things like that. But with her in these journals, she was leaving like 2-paragraph responses from a 5-sentence journal. So just taking that extra mile was extremely nice. Those are my classes from this semester. So what are you doing next semester?
Next semester, I'm looking it up right now. Give me a sec.
Oh, that's nice.
Shit! I got to be in psychology. Let's go.
That's nice.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This year, you ready?
Well, yeah.
Biology,
Mm-mm.
econ again, English 110, and I took up that theater class you mentioned.
Did you?
I'm doing that this year.
That's nice. Does it tell you what professors you have?
Nope. Not on here, at least. Let me check my other one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was gonna say something.
You probably.
My dad wants me to get a 5th class. I don't know what I want to do.
Why does he?
Oh,
Is there a reason?
just to get more classes, I guess. He says I'm useless and a waste of space.
Well, hey Ryan. How many years are you doing? How many more semesters do you have at ICC? And then you're going to transfer.
Right.
Well, I
wanted
should
to
say
do,
semesters instead of years. But
I'm doing the whole, associate thing, going all the way. Then, gonna transfer to wherever the fuck.
so, with you doing an associate's thing and you're already having 2 semesters now, you only have spring semester 22 and fall semester 22, and then you transfer after that?
Probably.
Because that would be...
Oh, well, for
yeah.
dual credit, I only did 2 classes.
Right.
So I might have to do...
How was your dual credit experience?
Dual credit, it was very nice. I had, what were my classes? I think it was like sociology and history.
Mm-hmm.
History, I really liked that class. We only had like 3 assignments. And they were all just papers. And they were really fun to write, actually.
Mm-hmm.
History's so fucking easy.
That's how I am with English. Just papers, period.
They're so easy.
It's just... Because I'm very good with, like, manipulating words.
You are.
I can take a 3-worded sentence and stretch that into a paragraph. So papers really very much came very easy for me. This English class I took, extremely easy this semester. They have suggested classes with, like, of course, with your major. They say, oh, you should... These are the classes you should take, and then they try to tell you, like, what... gosh, I can't think of the word. Electives you should take too. I'm not necessarily sure yet. I have to take English 111 next semester. And I'm kind of glad I won't be doing in person. I wanted the professor I had this semester, and he's doing English 111 because he wanted to, like, grow with the students for this year, which is a nice little thing, or from this semester, I should say. So he's doing English 111 next semester. But he doesn't like teaching online. Just wasn't his thing.
Right.
So he's only teaching in person. But I found it was extremely hard to do his English class. So he's like, we only could use Microsoft Word.
Ew.
That was the only thing that we could do.
I hate Microsoft Word.
And we had to do it through ICC, I guess, pays Microsoft. They have a deal there that the kids get, like, advanced Microsoft Office for free.
Right.
And I mean, that's just anybody. Like, if you set up a Microsoft account with your ICC email, you'd have that for free also. And it's a decent thing. It's just after the whole semester, I still couldn't use it properly. It's so difficult. I feel like Google Docs just put it all right there, and it's easily, you can do what you need to do. So it's time to do all of the turning in everything at the end. Because for this English class, I thought it was extremely weird how he graded everything. So we didn't turn things in throughout the semester. We had conferences and things like that with him, in which he would check your paper. And he would say, oh, your paper is good. Oh, you should work on this. Set up an appointment with the writer's lab, things like that. And from there, he'd say, okay, this paper is good. And we'd get grades for the conference and doing the papers. And he'd say, hold on to it. So at the end of the semester is when we turned everything in at once,
Mm-hmm.
which I feel like would be extremely hard on him. If there was 15 kids in our class and we each did 5 papers,
Right.
that's a lot of papers to grade
Yeah, well.
at once. And he graded them fairly fast. Like my papers, my blackboard was boom, 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 boom. So I'm not sure if he truly like graded them or if he was just like, okay, Kobe, word count, he did it right. Formatting's correct. A, like things like that. I mean, I don't care. I passed the class.
Right.
But that was just an interesting thing. I miss my Google Docs. That's just where I'm comfortable. I think only because every other school, like every other school district, the majority of them, they use Microsoft. But us, just because of like the technology and stuff we had to use all of Google's products, the slides and the docs. So I feel like that's just what we was comfortable with.
All right.
So when I came into this semester and he was like, okay, you have to use Microsoft Word, use it. Like I never got like a tutorial or anything.
Right.
I'm just looking through it. It seemed all so complicated. It's just not for me. So hopefully taking English 111, because Kylie got to use Google Docs this semester and she took 110 with a different professor. Hopefully I get my docs back. I don't know what classes I want to take though. So like I told you, my advising meeting was supposed to be this morning.
It was.
But due to unforeseen circumstances, she can't walk.
That damn ass floor.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Like I said, I have to take English 111. I have to do psych. I have to do soc. And then that leaves 1 or 2 elective choices. And since I'm doing online classes, heavily on my heart, I'm thinking about doing their sign language class. That's really true. I just don't know. I didn't realize they had so many course offerings. Over Thanksgiving break, I went through and I was looking at their courses. That's when I told you that they did that sign language class. And it was like, wow. Like, I wouldn't expect just some little podunk community college to have all these. And it was a decent amount. I'm just not sure.
Right.
I guess we'll see. I asked her this semester, like, what did she suggest? And those are the classes I took. I'll probably just do the same thing again.
That's what I did.
Yeah. It's so much simpler. And once again, I'm at home, so I don't know truly what I'll enjoy and what I won't. Something I probably would love in person, I probably won't like having to do at home. I have to take 1 semester of math at any point. I'm not doing it next semester. I just did. Math is the one class that I will say I will not do until I'm in a classroom. Or else I will fail.
Acceptable. I love math, though. I love math.
Nope. Math has always been, like, the kicker for me. Very good in English. Extremely well in English. Loved English. I can vividly remember being in primary school. This is 3rd grade. Multiplication got introduced. Cool.
All right.
Standard division got introduced. Cool. Then she brought in fractions. Ever since then, it truly has not gotten any better. At all.
That's beautiful.
It was cool. I'm trying to think middle school. What math teachers were there? Miss Ziegler. Loved her. She was an amazing woman. Cool lady. Then got to high school. And I don't think any of those math teachers were particularly fond of me. There was kind of a disconnect there. Math just hasn't always been my thing. I'm very much, when it comes down to math, a cheat to win kind of guy. And I've won so far.
As you should.
So yeah, that's really all that comes down to it.
And for me, I've always loved math. Math has always been my thing. In middle school, I was a mathlete, of course.
Don't. Now, what I'm going to say to you, when you're talking to absolutely anybody else, I cannot tell you or control what comes out of your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Please, never again, ever, outside of this episode, this conversation here,
Right?
use that word.
I'm going to.
No, you won't.
I will.
Continue on with your sentence. In middle school, you were very good at math.
Mm-hmm. But English, because usually if you're good at math, bad at English, that whole thing. I hated science. Science has always been the subject for me that I hated. Like, I guess I can do biology because I used to want to be the medical whole,
Right.
all the thing. But really, chemistry.
Yeah. So
Physics was okay. I just really couldn't do chemistry, physics.
I truly only did 2 years of science in high school. So I'm trying to think. You only needed 2 to graduate. 2 years of science to
2
graduate.
years of college to graduate
Yep.
high school.
2 years of, obviously that's what they're doing with these juniors.
Dang it.
You only needed 2 years of science to graduate. Science, I never really struggled with because it was kind of just like another English class. There's just different terminologies, different words. It was science. I mean, not even was science is the perfect hybrid of English and math. That's exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm.
If English and math had a steamy love affair, the product of that love affair would be science.
Oh man.
They probably call her science though. So
Okay.
I never struggled with science at all. Freshman year biology was okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Benson was cool. I took chemistry my junior year.
Yeah.
That just wasn't it. There and Mrs. Townsend was chemistry. Did you have
Yep.
her for? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. She loved the lady, and I had her for another science class after chemistry. And I can't think of what the name of it was. It was like Earth Science or something like that. It was just a fun little extra science class that they offered her. She offered them. She didn't want to teach one that she was already teaching. So she was like, instead, how about I teach this? And they were like, sure. We don't care what you guys do anyways. So
As long as you guys make us look good.
So that's what she did. And that class was cool. I guess a lot of the classes I struggle with, or normally would struggle with, I wouldn't because of the teachers. Mm-hmm. Spanish, I was not a Spanish person. I don't think I retained very good Spanish. I know basic Spanish now. Mm-hmm. That throughout various points of the day, I'll use Spanish. Like if I'm struggling to think of something, typically I might say "Cómo se dice," which is how do you say, things like that. But that's it. Mm-hmm. But I took 4 years of Spanish just so I could be with Mrs. Moons. Mm-hmm. She was one of the GOATs. Like in my opinion, my Mount Rushmore is Townsend, Donlin, Moons, Baby Shoe. That's for them. And so I took 4 years of Spanish, not really even wanting to do one. And it was okay. Same thing with like science. I was just doing whatever, like they said something. Who teaches it? Townsend? Okay, sign me up. Mm-hmm. And that's how it was. I don't think I have to take any science for this major.
Right.
And if I don't, I'm not going to. At least I know like it's not suggested for this semester or next semester, or last semester, I should say, and next semester. So I'm not going to. Are you planning on doing summer classes, or are you planning on having free summers?
Free summers, please. I don't want to do summer classes because, no. Learning is for spring and fall. Let's leave it there.
I feel like I'm going to do summer classes. Like, period. I think with me doing summer classes, though, then it'll be easier to limit the amount of classes I have to take each semester. Because once again, associate's degree, only 2 years, they suggest you take like 6 classes a semester. 6 or 7? Something like that. Maybe even 8. Something like that.
Yeah, I think 8 is like...
Yeah, but I think 8 is the max. And I want to say one semester, like with this last semester and next semester, one they wanted 8, one they wanted 6. I want to say, don't quote me. But with me, I'm going to do 1-2 summer classes each summer. This summer, next summer.
Right.
And with me just doing those, then it limits the amount of classes I have to take throughout the actual school year. So it's just easier, and it's just 2 years. I'm not going to be in college for the rest of my life. I'll have plenty of more summers to come. And I know for a fact I'll be doing summer classes online. And I'll probably do online anytime summer classes. So then it's not like I'm not having summer. I'll just also be doing a little bit of school at the same time. Gives me something to do. So, yeah. But I'm only doing my associate's degree. I'm not transferring after my associate's. Which is what certain high school counselors thought was best for me, and it's not. I don't think I'm necessarily done with school.
Right.
After this stint. After this stint in college. I don't think I'm done. Because it's just an associate's degree. But I want to get like work experience in my field. And with an associate's degree in social work, there's a lot you can do. You can be an assistant in a social work, like a practice. You can be a preschool teacher. There's a bunch of weird different things that you can do with just an associate's in social work. And that's why I chose social work, because it's very broad. It doesn't just limit you to, you have to be an English teacher. You have to, it's very broad.
Right.
So, I think I'm going to do this. If I truly am happy with the job that I get after this associate's degree, and I can see myself doing it for 5 years until I retire, then I'm not going to go back to school.
Right.
But if it's just something that's like, okay, I need to move on up and do something else, then maybe 3-5 years after I get some work experience and I know what I'm doing in the field and I have a okay idea, I'll probably go back to school and maybe, why not shoot for a bachelor's.
Right.
So, I guess only time will tell. I just know I do not, right now, see myself in school longer than 2023.
Right. For me, I think I definitely want to get my business thing. Because I don't know, I want an education degree. Definitely. Because I love, like the job that I have now is definitely my favorite job. I just love being with kids. I've always wanted to do like kind of a teacher thing. So it's like, I don't know, just teachers don't get paid well.
I will 100% say, that's the only reason why I won't go into teaching.
Definitely.
It's the fact that teachers don't get paid worth of anything.
Right.
If teachers got paid, and I'm not saying like teachers should get paid as much as doctors or as much as whatever, but the little that they do make, for as much as they do, especially like the teachers that we've had. I've had teachers that have, after COVID hit, sent food to our house. I've had teachers that when I was going through things in high school would call me 6-7 o'clock at night trying to straighten things out with me. It's like, these are teachers that have extended their jobs outside of their classrooms, and their paychecks should reflect that.
Right.
What do they get to say? Oh, I do so much as a teacher. At least I know that. I want my bank account to know it too.
Please.
So that's 100% why I won't become a teacher. If tomorrow we woke up and teachers, bam, are paid well, not even well, are paid what they should be paid, immediately switching my major. Like,
I probably would too.
like, yeah, automatically. What do you think you teach? What and where?
Math. I'd definitely be a math teacher. That's right.
Your fellow mathaholics there.
Mathaholics, yep.
Math heads.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, that would. At first, I wanted to do be like a PE teacher. Cause that's just, I don't know, it just seems so easy.
Because I'm trying to think. Do you remember when we were in school, in high school, and it was me and Jamont, we drafted up the plan to reconstruct Quest with students as the lead force.
Yep.
Were you not at that point signed up to be our gym and math teacher? I want to say you were. Yes. Quest Charter Academy Missionary Baptist Reformery. Hit every nail on the head there. Yeah, math, that, I don't know what I teach. I'd probably do English. But I don't know if I could see myself. Like I said, the only thing that comes along with teaching is the pay, one. But, and I'm fairly certain I've said this on here before, is what would I teach? I don't want to teach little kids because then you are cleaning up throw up, you're tying shoes, you're dealing with temper tantrums because they miss mommy. That's on one side. I don't necessarily want to teach like seniors in high school because they think they're grown.
Right.
They'll talk to you any sort of way. They don't show up to school. They disrespect you and what you're doing for them. So it's like, at what point, at what side would I rather?
The fact that teachers just don't get paid for doing all of this, dealing with this shit, is crazy to me.
Yeah. And it's not like it's an all day long thing. All year. And then it's like the fact that they make genuine connections with everybody. And it's like these are things that last a lifetime. You're not with during the school year, you know, being in high school and everything, you're at school more than you are at home. Throughout the school year, you're around your teachers, if you're actually going to school. You're around your teachers more than you are your parents. So it's like you build those connections and it's just like they get paid nothing for very much shaping in our futures, which is crazy.
Just because when I'm at work, most of the time I'm in the preschool class. It's like, you get used to it, I guess. Most of the kids, they know to shit in the toilet. Like, the couple of kids that don't, they're, you know.
Yeah. Staring out the window when you're inside. Staring in when they're outside.
Exactly. Yep. Sitting at the window. Exactly. Him.
Yeah, so.
Yep, that's exactly it. That's terrible.
Yeah, which makes sense.
I love those kids. Like, I would definitely be that teacher. Because, like, if one of those kids needed me to buy them something, I would. If they needed to be a dog, I would, yes. I love them like they were my own children. Love them kids. Every single one of them.
That's nice.
I'd adopt them.
That's real nice. Yeah, no. I feel like under dire circumstances, if like a student needed something from a teacher, and I was that teacher, I feel like I could provide that way. But out of the kindness of my heart, I'm just not going to go around buying lunch and goodies. I mean, it'd be one thing. Like, I definitely take the approach of, like, incentives, like having candy in my classroom, things like that. I'd definitely be that teacher. LED lights in my classroom.
Right.
That stuttering dude from TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
When they were talking about his bedroom, they told him his bedroom looked nice. Mm-hmm. And they commented on his lights because his lights went around his bed. And he called them LED lights.
Oh, man.
3 o'clock in the morning. And I have tears coming out of my eyes. I am biting my pillow so I do not scream and wake up the household. Anyways,
that's horrible.
I would have LED lights in my classroom. I would rugs and just nice things, nice lamps. It would definitely be like I'd put my heart and soul into that classroom.
Definitely.
But then you do that, and then like your rugs get messed up, your LED lights get torn down, your candy gets stolen.
Like school is jumping up there. I don't want to work there either. What the fuck?
At that point, I'd be putting my hands on kids. Oh. Like, candy was one thing. Mm-hmm. That rug can be replaced.
Right.
But those LED lights aren't cheap.
At all. Yeah, I'd be having, like, cookies and stuff. Just for the class. Because there are a couple of them. They can act a damn fool.
And they are kids.
They are. Let me tell you. I was at work just chilling. Like, there are 2 kind of preschool classes. There's PFA, and there's pre-K over here.
What is PFA?
Preschool for all.
What's the difference?
I have no idea. I guess this one over here is more like structured. I guess have more strict rules. I have no idea why. So I'm over in pre-K. Should I use the actual kid's name? I'm going to. Mason is over here in PFA, right? So then...
Hi, Mason.
Hello. So I'm just in pre-K, and then I hear Miss Maggie. She says, Mason, stop! Pull your pants up! Mm-hmm. I say, okay. So I go over, I'm like, come on, what's going on? She said, Mason just pulled his pants down. Said, Cherish, come over here. You're my girlfriend now. And it's just, because he does stuff like this all the time. He used to be... yeah. He's one of those. He used to be so cool. He used to be like one of my favorites. That kid is crazy.
So my question then would be...
What's up?
If Cherish would have went over... Stop! What?
Nope, I'm not gonna say I was just thinking, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just, I don't want to have my own children.
Right.
Just not for me.
Mm-hmm.
So, on that accord, then I really couldn't see myself, like, doing above and beyond for somebody else's child.
Right.
So if I don't want to do it for my own kid, why would I do it for yours? Except for the plenty of godchildren you guys hopefully give me. Those little thuggers. Mm-hmm. Yes. But besides that, I don't know. It's just like teaching. I would love to teach. Mm-hmm. I feel like if every single person was like me, then I would be happy teaching no matter what the grade was. Mm-hmm. But it's just, it's different, you know. Especially where you are. There's just such a diverse group, and you really have to be where you are. I feel like there's no happy ending, no matter if you're in like a predominantly white area, predominantly black. There's issues that come along with being in the both of them. Mm-hmm. And there's going to be issues if you're in somewhere that's mixed with a bunch of races.
Right.
Just a whole bunch of things that I don't know. Truly, I just don't know.
That's the thing. Because you don't know until you get there.
Mm-hmm.
And once you get there, you're stuck.
Yep, that door is closed behind you.
Yep, that's really the sad part.
Those thousands and thousands of dollars paid for college.
Yep.
Can't get refunded now.
Nope.
You can't exchange your degree for a gift card. And you're stuck. And that's the thing. It's like, what if... And that's my biggest thing.
Yep.
I always ask myself, what if I chose the wrong major?
Right.
Because if I did choose the wrong major, then you have to go back to school.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be 70 years old trying to figure out what I want to do.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I think I made a good choice in choosing something that's very broad.
You did.
Because if, like I said, an associate's degree, you can like be a preschool teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, try this out. If that doesn't work, then go be an assistant somewhere. If that doesn't work, then and there's a whole bunch of different things. I'll find something to do. And if none of these things work, then I'm the problem. Mm-hmm. And we'll cross that bridge when I get there. What do you plan on doing with your degree? What is your business plan? You graduate, then what?
Shit, I don't know. It's still in the works. I got time though.
You do.
Mm-hmm. I do. I just want like a whole bunch of businesses, just everything. Cause my whole thing like building up Peoria to be what it restore its former glory. There was this one thing, Nikki, the advisor I met with.
Nikki.
Nope, not that one. Different Nikki.
Strangely enough, there are no pictures of Nikki. You think that was in disguise?
That wasn't a disguise.
Anyways, I digress. Nikki.
Oh yeah, she was talking about having my own daycare.
Yes! And I have it perfect.
No.
Groundbreaking.
Oh, things would get broken, all right.
Revolutionary.
There will be a revolution.
There are things that, when you discover them, music was okay. In the 50s and the 60s and the 70s. But when Michael Jackson came along, he took it to the next level. Mm-hmm. And we've gotten Mariah Carey's, we've gotten Beyonce's. People have continued to take it to the next level. Mm-hmm. Opening up a daycare and doing something like that would completely change the way we raise our kids. Truly. Every child will have experienced daycare. That's a promise.
Wow. I hope you have fun with that idea.
It's not my idea. It's nothing I'd like to do.
Wow.
Okay. I'm just saying it's an idea for, obviously that's something that you would be more so geared for. So it's just an idea there.
Yeah. We'll put that somewhere.
No, not we.
deep down.
You. Not me.
I'll save that.
I have no connections.
Do you not?
Nope. Okay. Absolutely none.
Sure.
Yes. So Nikki's like, oh wow, Donovan, you should open up your own daycare.
Mm-hmm. I was like, you know what?
Nikki.
Nikki.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I fucking should. That's like what I've been thinking about a lot. I definitely want to do that. I think, I don't know, there's so many things I can do. But it's just, what do I want to do? Like, what do I start out with to then branch out?
Yeah.
That's really what I'm trying to think of. ATM.
And that makes sense. Because, I feel like we all battle that struggle. On my way to 36 seasons in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
2-time Rookie of the Year. One-time player of the year.
Dude, that killed me. That is hilarious.
3.5-time MVP.
I thought it was 2.
Breaking news.
The time between last night, around what? 8, 9 o'clock.
Yep.
And now, in the
Yes.
span of 12 hours.
Yes. Yep. First season that hasn't even started yet.
Mm-hmm.
I, Kobe Williams, am the 2023-24 NBA MVP of the year. Yep.
MVP of the year.
Yep. Yep. Capping off my 37th season.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm really shooting for 40.
Right.
I mean, because in basketball,
Mm-hmm.
I've done everything there is to do.
Right.
I've beat LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
I've beat Kobe.
Right.
I've beat Michael.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Magic came and went. He made up having a disease so he didn't have to face Kobe, Ball, and make him fall Williams on the court.
Yep.
I mean, even I like to call him the new breed. Curry.
Mm-hmm.
What's that one dude? He has that real funny face, real dark.
LeBron.
Nope.
Oh.
It'll come to me eventually.
It will.
These new kids. I mean, Dwayne Wade.
Mm-hmm.
I single-handedly ran Chris Bosh out of the league. And they had the audacity to put him in the Hall of Fame before me. What did Chris Bosh do? Bosh? Bosh? I've had the greatest overall scoring average
Mm-hmm.
in the history of the league.
Yep.
I've had action figures.
Mm-hmm.
I've had commercial appearances, TV show appearances, movie appearances, video game covers. I've done everything there is to do. So I definitely went through that fight in reaching the destination. I think I'm at the destination now. I have my Hall of Fame ring.
Yep.
Now everything I do, and I understand 36 years on the wood, you have to pace yourself, especially when you get to the point that I am. So I don't just play to play. Now it has to be really just charity events, you know, a good old-fashioned 2-on-2. Me and my partner of choice, which is now Charles Barkley, always going up against, who was it? It was Shaq and Vanessa Bryant.
Mm-hmm.
Wiped the floor with Nessa.
Didn't you?
Oh my gosh. But hey, it wasn't the first time a Kobe had left her stranded. So, on that note,
Man.
I'm just saying. College, it's so crazy to think that, 2 semesters down, go you.
Woohoo.
I'm already done with my first semester. It's so crazy that everything's happening so fast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to hold on to that little teeny tiny piece of childhood that I still have left.
Aren't we all?
And with my first semester of college being done, it's like, uh-oh. Clock's ticking.
Ain't it?
And it's about to run up. I don't know how I necessarily feel about that. Because truly, I feel like I will forever be a child.
Oh, no.
I will. A child at heart. And that's how it
Black Lives Matter.
how it is.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to do these, you know. We'll do another one after next semester, and one day there will be an overall college reflection.
Yep.
It'll be nice to see, like, where am I going to be at this point after next semester? You know, how does next semester go? Where will I
That
be?
did not sound like a dog at first.
Yeah, I know. Where will I be at the end of college, and how will I be doing then? Only time will tell. And it's nice that we have this platform to truly log these things.
High platform.
Hey. So with that, Donovan.
Huh? Oh. We have other social medias that we don't use.
Other?
Yeah?
What ones have we already talked about? We have social media platforms. You can follow us on social media. The Facebook, the YouTube is K&D Productions. If it is a social media platform with the username is _KD Productions _. You can follow me like literally everywhere at Kobe Who Else. Snapchat is at Kobe524. Donovan is around noon.
Yeah.
Newly developing a bit of a Twitch stream.
Uh-oh.
So you guys can totally check that out if you want to. I'm not gonna force you. Nothing to do with me.
Right.
But if for some odd reason you like Donovan, go check it out.
Go seek mental health.
Go seek mental health.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please do.
Seek the help because your mental is very sick.
It is.
That's us.
Yep.
It's been me.
Mm-hmm.
It's been him.
Hi.
It's been us. Thank you for tuning in next week. It's crazy that there's only one more week left of the year.
Wow.
I feel like 2021 is definitely up there when it comes down to like best years I've ever had. If not number one. 2020 was very strange for a lot of reasons, obviously for everybody.
Yeah.
But everything I learned during that time, I was finally able to execute this year, and I feel like I did a very good job, and we'll be talking about that next week. So, make sure you come back. If you're new to this, hi, I'm Kobe. This
I'm
is
Donovan.
You are. Good job. Feel free to go back and listen to everything we've said before.
Yes.
Because we've said, we have said, we're going to continue to say.
Really?
I mean, I know I am. I'll say as long as I can say.
I'll say as much as I'm allowed.
Yes, thank you. And that's enough from you. All right, everybody. Once again, thank you for listening. Follow us on our social media pages. Follow us on our own individual social media pages. And have a great rest of your night, your day, your week. I'm Kobe. This is Donovan. And this was and is and was the Much Cherished Podcast.